Are you looking to maximize the amount of money that you can make from side hustles? If so, don't forget to join the Side Hustler Society newsletter so you can stay up to date and posted on when we come out with new content. By joining the newsletter, you will also receive Chapter 5 of my best selling book, The Anatomy of Financial Success. This chapter specifically focuses on income as well as the various types of income and what income will work best for you based on your expectations and overall what you want when it comes to money. Go to www.fachapter.com to join the newsletter and get started. Affiliate marketing. Is it a scam? Is it a legitimate way of making money? If it is legitimate, what are some good ways to get it off the ground? That's what we're going to be talking about here today on the Side Hustler Society podcast. Let me start off by saying it is not a scam. That is basically a fallacy because people just can't conceive the concept of passive income. They just can't think about the concept of just doing work once and then receiving some benefits from that previous work. So let's just say right off the bat, affiliate marketing is not a scam, but there's a science to being successful in it. I have some good experience with affiliate marketing. Ironically, the biggest source of income on my first YouTube channel, The App Lifestyle, was actually affiliate slash referral marketing. I made more from that than AdSense on that particular channel. In fact, I had a video on exactly what's not on the App Lifestyle. It's on Financial Anatomy. I'll link it in the show notes. But it basically describes how I spent $260 and made over $14,000 just off affiliate marketing. So if you learn the ropes of this business, it can be a great opportunity to make money. And even today, I receive various app money from app referrals, from the Amazon affiliate program, and from affiliate programs with courses that I'm an affiliate for. It can be a great source of passive income, but even with everything I've just said, I'm not the biggest person when it comes to affiliate marketing. That's why I'm going to actually be bringing on someone that has a more extensive background in affiliate marketing, has been doing it longer, and has way more ways of making money with it than me. Omari Harebin is a life school dad, Squarespace guru, and recording artist who leveraged digital products and affiliate marketing to make a living online. He's the founder of sqspthemes.com, the largest online directory of Squarespace templates, and runs the Digital Alchemy Lab, an online community for freelancers to help them turn their experience into digital products. After working as a freelancer, he stumbled into affiliate marketing where he sold over 1 million in digital products. He's been charting his own course since 2014, and now he's sharing what he has learned along the way via speaking engagements, workshops, and podcasts. So with that being said, I'm your host, Elijah Blau. This is the Side Hustler Society podcast. We're going to go ahead and bring him on. Let's get started with the intro.
Welcome to the Side Hustler Society podcast with your host, Elijah Bilal. This is where you can find out more about hustles that are best for you. And of course, make more money in the process. Elijah has been in the gig economy and freelance space for over 5 years and has done over 3,000 deliveries on Uber Eats. He's an Airbnb superhost, runs multiple YouTube channels, and is the author of the best-selling book, The Anatomy of Financial Success. It's his mission to empower people with the tools needed to be successful. Now, welcome your host, the king of side hustles, Elijah Bilal.
All right. So, Omari, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Elijah. I'm happy to be on the show.
And we're happy to have you on the Side Hustler Society podcast. In particular, I'm pretty excited to talk about affiliate marketing because I have a lot of experience with affiliate marketing also, not as much as you clearly. But it was actually my first introduction to how to make money on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people really push this like ad revenue thing, like, hey, I got to get my channel monetized. It's all about the ad revenue, but that could take a while. But on my first channel, the App Lifestyle, I made way more money from Uber and Lyft referrals than I did from AdSense for quite some time.
Mm.
So I think it's actually a good avenue that a lot of people underestimate in the creator economy ecosystem. When you say,
Yeah, definitely. And there's so many different I guess ways that affiliate marketing is played out, right? Like Target has an affiliate program. There's like so many different companies that I find that a lot of the people who talk about affiliate marketing tend to be on the shadiest side of the spectrum, or the less like reliable kind of thing. Um and so I think that because I first found out about affiliate marketing like when I was in high school, and I made my first website. This is like 2001, and I signed up for this site called Commission Junction, which is still present today, cj.com. It's an affiliate marketing network, and their brands and merchants on there. And I remember at the time thinking like, this just doesn't really make sense to me. Like, you're telling me I could put a banner on my website and someone clicks on it, I get 50 cents. Like, what's stopping someone from just clicking on it a bunch of times? Like, how does this work? Like, this on online money stuff is just kind of, it was really kind of shady to me at the time. And the only legitimate way I knew to make money was to get a job, right? And so I kind of just dismissed that whole kind of thing as a scam for maybe like 15 years, a good like decade and a half of just dismissing any type of referral based income, any type of affiliate based income, and just taking the traditional path, what was reliable and what seemed like the thing to do. I kind of went off on a tangent there, but yeah, that's kind of like my introduction to it. Was kind of like, this is not something that regular people do, or I didn't see myself as the type of person who would, leverage that type of business model.
Hmm. Well, I think that mini rant was very warranted because a lot of people have a skewed perception of like affiliate marketing. They think like it's a scam, but when you look at it in the right context, it's not. Basically, companies have an advertising budget. They obviously make money via sales, and they put together an affiliate program to incentivize people to promote their products, and they're willing to give you a little something for doing so. It's very different from, let's say, if you work a job and that job just pays on an hourly basis, but it has a sales component to it. So every time you convince the customer to make a sale, that doesn't do anything for you. You're still just going to be paid on an hourly basis. But with this affiliate marketing stuff, you can get paid if you do drive a sale. And if we're going to be honest, it's actually more convenient for companies because that means they don't have to hire a part-time or full-time employee to do it. So a lot of people are going towards the affiliate marketing direction. So it's a good opportunity to get some of that market share because I think it's going to be a more established model in the future. It's already pretty established right now, but especially in the future, since companies are moving towards, we need to incentivize sales somehow. And anything that doesn't incentivize sales, we might start to cut back on.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I recommend anyone, because I got into it from a freelance perspective, right? So as a freelance marketer, I had to convince people to work with me, right? It's like, I got to convince you that I'm going to deliver some result in order for you to give me a check every month. And so what I found is that on the affiliate side, I don't got to convince you anything. I just you just pay me for results. Like, I do my thing. I don't have to check in with you. I don't have to vet anything with you as a client. I don't have to rely on you to do anything as a client. Just give me my links to your product and I will go do my thing. And so I found that even just going from a service based kind of mindset where it's like, okay, I have to convince a client to work with me and then I have to like be getting them results. On the affiliate side, I could do the same thing, except I just get the results and they pay me a commission every month. I don't get any results this month, no commission. If I bring you a whole lot of traffic and you get a whole lot of sales off of it, well, I'll get paid. So there's a very it's a for me it's kind of built up a better relationship with that type of money, because it's just I always felt uncomfortable as a freelance marketer
Mm.
because a lot of the competition is kind of like, in my opinion, untrustworthy, and they're just making promises and claims that they can't really back up. And so I always wanted to be able to back up my claims. I never wanted to have anything that was like potentially like, untrustworthy about my marketing. So I feel like as an affiliate, it gives me that type of independence and autonomy as a marketer to do things my own way and still profit off of it.
Nicely put. That's actually something I didn't mention, but a lot of times, don't get me wrong, audience. Certain affiliate programs do have terms and conditions, so you do want to make sure you read those. But for the most part, it's very customizable to whatever approach you want to take. If you wanted to, you could hit the streets and sign people up directly, or you can place banners on your website, or you can set up lead pages, or you can put links in your like YouTube channel. It's very customizable based on your type of a sales approach. That's one thing I've always liked about it.
Yeah. So I came in through like or the way I saw the opportunity was I was getting a lot of search traffic. So SEO and content marketing were like a big part of really what I wanted to get good at as a marketer.
Mhm.
And so as I got good or better, or it wasn't really good, as the traffic started to come, I remember one day I logged into an affiliate program that I forgot about. I had signed up for it like a year before, and I saw $444 waiting for me. And I didn't remember where I put the link or anything about it. I was just like, if I don't
Whoa.
remember, if I can't remember where I put the link, that means that it didn't even take much thought for me to do it initially, just to put that in place. And because I had some YouTube traffic coming to it, and traffic through the website, it made a little bit of money. And that kind of validated it for me to know, like, okay, well, if I could have $400 sitting here without me thinking about it or knowing that this is going on, then I could think about it and I could apply myself to it. And I can make that, more of a thing. So, that was just a matter of me putting a link on my website and in a YouTube description, and so
Mhm.
I'm I wouldn't even say that right now I make a living with it, but I haven't even mastered to the full capacity that I know I can master this thing in terms of like each time you're creating content, you're essentially creating an asset if you have uh some type of monetized link attached to that thing. And so that's like a whole different way of thinking and mode of operating that now I'm embracing fully, because when something works you got to double down on it and keep it working.
Indeed. So a lot of people, in an unpopular opinion, but I think people who are starting to get into affiliate marketing nowadays are actually kind of spoiled because they have the opportunity to listen to a podcast like this or other resources that break down certain things. But like when I got started with affiliate marketing, like around in 2015 or 16, there's some resources, but definitely not as much as there is now. And obviously, when you got started, it's probably even more scarcer. So I would say, audience, y'all should feel pretty grateful.
Yeah, this is good stuff because one part of it as well that you kind of touched on is that a lot of my affiliate partners, um, like I initiated them starting an affiliate program. So I sell Squarespace templates on my website. However, these are all via affiliate relationships that I had to initiate. So these people were selling their templates, and I reached out to them and say, "Hey, can I become an affiliate of yours?" And they would say, "I don't have an affiliate program, but how can we make that work?"
Mhm.
And so sometimes it would start off with them maybe just giving me a coupon code, or me actually referring an affiliate tracking software that they could use,
Mhm.
and then them kind of kickstarting the program with me being the first affiliate. And so I've got a number of partners like that where their affiliate programs kind of exist because I kind of called on it. I'm like, hey, y'all, I want to send y'all business and I want to get paid for it. How can we set that up? That's basically the conversation. And so whenever you're in like a space, it doesn't matter any, like it could be anything, but if you have the audience and you know what that audience needs, then you can just directly reach out to the supplier of whatever those needs are, and set up that relationship where now you've got a partner who's delivering the product, and you're the one almost kind of getting credit for it with your audience, because you're giving the recommendation. They're thanking you. Hey, thanks for putting me onto that. Thanks for putting me onto that. And so you could just focus on your relationship with your audience, and that trust, so that they know, like, okay, anything Elijah is using, anything, any of the books behind him, I could buy it. You know what I'm saying? And he's gonna get a little bit of a little affiliate commission off of that, but I want him to get that because he's giving me so much value with his content.
Wow. You mentioned kind of setting up affiliate programs, and we're
Hmm.
definitely going to return to that later in the podcast because that's a very intriguing part. But there's a popular book by Pat Flynn called Superfans, and he kind of breaks down like a hierarchy of like your audience, from casual viewers all the way up to people who are actually buying your product, and
Hmm.
they really are your super fans. But there's basically four levels. I'm not going to go into all of them, but at one of the levels, people are willing to support you, maybe not with their wallet yet, but if there's something they can do to support you that you will get some kind of financial kickback from, they're willing to do that. And affiliate marketing is a great way to provide a way for your audience to give back if they want to give back without necessarily something costing them, because they were going to buy that product anyway or buy whatever. But if you can get a little something for it and they
Hmm.
support you, of course, they're going to use your link.
Yeah.
So, kind of reining it in. I know some people might be thinking like, "Man, that's some awesome information," but like, I'm just getting started in affiliate marketing. Like, how do I get started? Like, this is some advanced stuff.
Yeah.
So, what would you suggest for someone who is new to the game that wants to get started with affiliate marketing? What would be your piece of advice that you want to give them?
Yeah, two things. One, you need to have like a channel of your own, right? Whether that, like, and when I say channel, I mean a marketing channel, like some type of thing that you're doing consistently to build an audience. So it could be a YouTube channel, it could be a blog, it could be Instagram or a TikTok account, just something that you can leverage to like get attention that you're ultimately going to need to convert into some sales. So you got the marketing channel piece, and then now you need like some affiliate products. And what I always recommend is to just pay attention to what you're buying and what you're using and what you're recommending organically, naturally, right?
Mhm.
What are the things that people ask you about and say, "Hey, where did you get that?" Like anytime, start paying attention to those things, because anytime that comes up, that's an opportunity for that you could get paid as an affiliate, right? So if someone was watching this and like was like, "Yo, where'd you get that turban from thing on your head?"
Mhm.
um well, I get my affiliate link from Turbrand or whatever the company is. And so it's a very, I find that it's better to start off like, for at least for me, like with the stuff that you use,
Mhm.
um like when I really started to get into it, I thought I felt like an affiliate junkie, because I wouldn't sign up for any software or I wouldn't buy anything unless there was an affiliate program when I scroll down to the bottom of the page, because I wanted to be able to turn all of my consumption into production, right? So
Mhm.
anything that I consume, any tool that I use to make my job easier, anything that saves me time, I sign up for their affiliate program. I might, most of them I don't make any money. Most of them I don't even use the link, but I know that in the event that I want to recommend this thing, which if I'm using it, if I'm paying for it, if I'm buying it, then I have a reason to do that, and my recommendation is going to be worth something, right?
Right.
Um, so then your marketing channel that you've been developing just becomes a feed for you to make these recommendations. And it's natural and it's organic because it's what you're already doing. And so it's a part of your day to day. It's a part of what makes your work work. It's a part of what makes your lifestyle your lifestyle. And the fact that you can set up these affiliate programs or partnerships with brands, you also don't even it's almost kind of like a backdoor into influencer, like the influencer marketing space, where it's the results based side of it, like the backdoor. It's like, hey, I might not have thousands and thousands of fans or followers or whatever, but I have a handful of people who will buy this thing. I might not get the attention of an influencer who, will do like a huge brand deal or whatever, but we could set up an affiliate partnership where I'll bring in a handful of sales a month and I get paid off of that, right?
Mhm.
So, yeah, to recap, getting started, you need a channel of your own, some type of marketing channel that you can grow, that is resource based, where you're giving people the type of content that they can like rely on and trust, and then you just feed that with recommendations of things that you're using. That's it. And the thing is, what held me back for a long time was that I needed money quickly. Like I was,
Mhm.
I didn't have any cushion or anything, and so freelance work was the best way to get money quickly. Whereas on the affiliate side, it was a lot slower of a grind. Like, so had I not had that 12-month of a link just sitting there patiently waiting for me to open the account and check it, like I would have just been like, oh, this don't work. Like, it's not working. Month one, it's not working. Month two, it's not working. But the way that I go about it now, it's like a farmer. Like every piece of content is a seed. And I know that it might not make any money for the first week or whatever, but I'm not expecting that. And I'm also not
Mhm.
needing it to make money immediately. I just needed to be useful. I just needed to be helpful. And I just needed to exist in a place where people can search and find it a year from now, 2 years from now. And that's what does it for me.
That's powerful. And you know what you said sets the right expectation, because a lot of people will see these big numbers from affiliate marketing videos or blogs, and that's possible for you too. But you got to realize that they have like a buttload of backlog content with several links that's feeding all the more or less leads for that money to start coming in. So you can do the same thing, but you got to have that same backlog. So think of affiliate income in most cases is passive income. And passive income is usually something that's going to always occur slowly. So you got to set the expectations of, hey, this is going to make money in the future. Hey, this is going to make money in the future. Now, I really do like that you brought up on the more active side, if you need money immediately, how you were doing freelance work, because that's basically my origin story too.
Hmm.
Um, Once I left my 9 to 5 at Amazon, I was a PA. I did the Uber and Lyft thing for a while, and then I transitioned to freelancing, and that's what paid the bills until I built my YouTube channel and affiliate marketing. But the freelancing really was the foundation that allowed me to branch off into these other things, including affiliate marketing.
Yeah, I mean, I find that freelancing, um, it gets you like hands on with a problem and what a business owner needs,
Hmm.
and that kind of gave me the perspective of like, okay, if I'm having these clients who are struggling with similar things, maybe I can create something bigger around that, and I could reach people who maybe I can't reach one on one as a freelancer. Maybe I could reach them with a YouTube video or something, or maybe I could reach them with the website. And so, but I couldn't really get that perspective unless I had done that freelance work, um, and had to just like, get it out the mud kind of thing.
Hmm.
Because as far as, because this is the side hustle thing, right? So
Hmm.
like, um, my side hustle was photography and videography.
Hmm.
And what I didn't have when I was side hustling was I didn't really have a business mindset because I was an employee. And so I was used to getting money the employee way. And I was used to doing things the employee way and thinking about things the employee way. Like I gotta, earn a promotion, or I got like, the things are very kind of rigid. And so
Hmm.
the freelance space allowed me to get rid of that rigidity and started to like adapt. Okay, I need to develop systems and processes, and I need to become more systematic in how I go about getting money, because I can't just show up at work every day and get the paycheck every 2 weeks. Like every single time I get paid, it's because I initiated something. And that kind of broke me out of because in a sense, when I was an engineer, like in the sense, there's almost like a passiveness to the income, because
Mhm.
whether I put in a million% today or not, I'm gonna still get that check in 2 weeks. And unless my performance is like really bad for an extended amount of time, I
Mhm.
could kind of be mediocre for a little bit and get paid, right? Like I could give 5-10% at work and still kind of scoot on by. Um, and so that's kind of like what I was operating under as an employee. And so in order to kind of shake that, I had to freelance. Like looking back, I could see it clearly. Like I had to freelance where like I didn't have that comfort, I didn't have that security, to be able to then, I guess, re-earn it again. And
Right.
earning that kind of freedom again, I appreciate all that it takes for that to happen. Like as an employee, like I'm not necessarily worried about the sales or the money's not necessary. It's just I'm just getting paid.
Yeah, that's none of
You
my
know,
business, right?
yeah, it's a whole big system. It's thousands of people working on this thing. I just get my little piece of the pie. But as an independent person, like I'm the only one. Like there's no one else. I don't have well, you have to kind of develop systems that work outside of yourself in order to grow. But at least initially, you're the only one you're dependent on. So
Right. I'm gonna quote what Robert Kiyosaki said when he has been interviewed by Eric Worre, who's basically the network marketing guru. Um, he is talking to Rob Kiyosaki about like, what makes you so successful, and Rob Kiyosaki said, well, the reason I endorse network marketing is because it gets you the idea of getting away from a paycheck. Like a
mhm.
paycheck is the most sinister thing that's ever been unleashed on mankind because you get addicted to getting a paycheck. But the moment you get away from the paycheck, you can actually start changing emotionally. You can start thinking more creatively, getting out this rigid box of a paycheck and let me actually go out and get money. And it
Mhm.
causes a snowball effect of now the potential is so much higher because you're not addicted to this paycheck. So you really
Yeah.
get a chance to have compound interest to start working in your favor. But it could take 2, 3, 4 years to get away from that paycheck.
Mhm.
And that really hit hard for me because it's very true. Like it's a certain mentality you get when you start working for yourself, and it could take a year or two to develop. It's not going to like right
Yeah.
away click,
Mhm.
but a few years down the line, you just start to see opportunities and everything. Like, and I'm going to bring it back to affiliate marketing because some people are going to be like, Elijah, you did a show about freelancing. Like, where's the affiliate marketing? Let's bring back the affiliate marketing. A few weeks ago, I had someone in one of my units in Airbnb, and I have my book in the unit that's available for reading, along with some other books too. And they are reading some of it, but they only stayed for like 4 days. They
Mhm.
asked if they could purchase the book, so I sent them to a place where they could purchase the book. But then I instantly thought, wait, hold on, wait, this is a missed opportunity because
Mhm.
I'm an Amazon affiliate.
Mhm.
So what I'm gonna do, I put all the books in my unit, including mine, and put them in an Amazon storefront. Then I got a QR code, linked
Mhm.
that QR code to the Amazon storefront,
Yeah.
and printed it out, put it on a paper on top of the book saying, like, if you enjoy any of these books, go to just scan this QR code and you could purchase them. And
Yeah.
not only will I get a commission based off that book, but Amazon has 24-hour cookies. So if they get a book and a
Mhm.
$500 flat screen TV, I get a
Mhm.
commission on that too.
Yep. Yeah, I love it, man. That's a dope strategy that you put in place right there.
I wouldn't have thought about it though if I hadn't gotten away from that paycheck. Though I can guarantee.
Yeah, yeah, and I mean, anytime it can trigger anytime someone makes that recommendation of you, or like, hey, what is that thing? Like, how can I get it? Anytime that comes up, that's the opportunity. You just got to figure out, well, how do I put a little system in place so that whether they ask or not, they can get it, and that's what you did.
Yeah, it gives you the ability to be creative inside of a system.
Yeah.
That's very discouraged in corporate America or jobs, rightfully so, I guess. But once you get away from that and you can design your own systems, You can be creative inside of it.
Yeah, yeah. And I never tell people like, hey, you should quit your job or whatever, because it's a very at least my experience is very traumatic, right? To cut that umbilical cord, you have to be prepared. You got to be kind of coached through it, like like you have a doula if you're giving birth. um it's a very I don't want to make it like exact. I mean, I left my
It's a
job.
graphic analogy.
I left my job as my wife was giving birth to our
Oh,
first son. Like, I went on paternity leave and I didn't go back. So it was very, all of those things kind of like coincided for me at the same time, like becoming a father and leaving my job. So um it's very like it's a lot. And so if you're still in a job though, I think the one thing I wish I would have given myself is someone who is outside of it, who I could like trust and take their advice and kind of put it into play, because
hmm
uh, I was kind of in like an escape mindset, like I got to get out of this thing, and so I wasn't necessarily trying to take responsibility for my actions in that time. I thought that the best way out was to let go of these responsibilities, and either and have my own. And so what I mean is like my relationship with money, and because that's really what it comes down to at the end of the day. When you're growing as an entrepreneur, is there are these external things that happen that you're able to do, these decisions you can make, but it comes from like an internal place of like what's changing, like what are you now afraid of that you're not, what are you not afraid of now that you were once afraid of, or like
hmm
what habits do you have now that you don't have, all of these things influence your decision making, which could make you see an opportunity or not see an opportunity, can make you be able to scale a business or not scale a business. It doesn't matter like how many podcasts or whatever you watch or listen to. There's certain things that have to happen on the inside where you make like commitments and decisions, and then subsequently as a result of that, you start to see things and like experiences change and opportunities show up. So not to get too deep on it, but the point of that is that like affiliate marketing as a side hustle is definitely, I would approach it definitely like how you approach investing, right? Each piece
mm
of content you make, that's a stock. Each
I
that
like
that
that.
Because essentially now you have a share of income from whatever sales that piece of content generates. And so it's a very, you can become more systematic about it. And it also, like you said, sets that expectation where there's not going to be an immediate turnaround, but there is definitely a compounding effect to everything you do from that point forward. So old Omari, he just needed it quick. He didn't have the patience. There's no long-term strategy at home. It's like, I need to get this $10,000 a month next month. I can't wait 36 months, 48 months. Like, give it to me next month. But if you have that patience and with certainty that what you're doing is helpful, it's useful, and people can find value in it today, tomorrow, next year, then that's all you need to get started.
Right, right. Yeah, and since this is the Side Hustle Society podcast, I always give a disclaimer to anyone, and if they're thinking about quitting their job to do anything full time, I always say have 1.5 to 2 times the amount of money that you make at your day job coming in before you even think about it. And if you're not willing to do that, be willing to start freelancing. So I'm not saying anyone to quit their job and start something immediately tomorrow, unless you're willing to start freelancing. And if you're not, keep the day job, let the income on the side from the side hustle build up to the point to where it has the potential to be a full hustle, and you're making at least 1.5 to 2 times the amount you're making. Because
That's great advice. Yeah, I mean, I realized as a freelancer that to be a really really good freelancer is basically to just work myself back into a job with remote benefits. uh, right? Because when you're freelancing good, you've got retainer clients who essentially become remote employers, and that's kind of the world we're in nowadays anyway. So It's a it can get you out, but then it can also get you back in, right? There's a lot of people who like will freelance for a company and then they're like, hey, why don't you just come join us? And and it's like, wow, yeah, it's a lot better to just join the company than to be hustling outside of it. So that was something my experience freelancing. It's like at a certain point, getting a job started to be really appealing again. Because it's like, man, I could eliminate having all of these clients I have to serve, and I could just go back to one and go back to that nice paycheck. So it's almost like you just have to measure where you are on that spectrum, right? At a certain
Right.
point, it's an opportunity to gain some skills, and then at another point, it's an opportunity to like get a better job.
Yeah, and I
Switch
will say
careers.
this. I will say this, and this is why affiliate marketing and freelancing are a good powerhouse. But too many freelancers get too focused on active income, and they kind of forget about trying to set something passive up. Because even at a job, assuming it's a decent job, it's not like entry. Don't go work for Walmart and have these expectations I'm about to say. But even
Mhm.
at a job, traditionally they do have 401ks and you're contributing to that on a monthly basis. So even with a job, you are building something passive. Now, you don't have access to it until way in the future, but the concept is still there. When people go the freelancing route, it's like they forget about anything passive and just focus on active. And that's not a good thing. You always want to try and keep it balanced and put some effort towards building something passive.
Yeah, and
And
it's tough because you're just trying to make your rent for the next month.
right,
And so I found like the best way to do that is to like look for opportunities within your freelance work to then leverage for that passive income. So like, in my case, it was, two clients in the same month asking for the same website tweak and deciding, okay, instead of waiting for another client to come and ask for this tweak, let's turn this into a plugin. Let's turn this into a product so that if someone else comes, they can just buy it off the shelf. Um, so, finding opportunities in the work that you're already doing and creating assets out of those. So maybe it's a checklist that you used for preparing for a shoot, or maybe it's you know a template that you use to like organize your finances or whatever. All of those things become assets that you can make available for sale, and you still focusing on your active income, but you're extracting passive assets from your active activities. Hey, that was a good one right there.
yeah, you might want to trademark that and get paid. You know, speaking of affiliate marketing, so you already know that there's really two types of affiliate income. I'll say there's a type that's reoccurring every month. Then there's a type that you get paid once. But in my a lot of times, if you do get paid just once, the amount is higher. Like, which one is better in your opinion? That's very subjective, but
Yeah.
you got a lot of experience. So, which one do you prefer?
Well, I have both in my, I guess you call it my affiliate portfolio, right? But
Right,
there's definitely, with the reoccurring one, you definitely benefit from that compounding effect where, um, you check it 12 months from now and you're like, whoa, I didn't know that, this thing was generating this much money. Whereas the one-offs, there's still consistency to the one-offs, but I think if I was to if an affiliate program was giving me an option, hey, do you want to choose our reoccurring or our one-off? I would choose the reoccurring
right,
because it's better long term.
right. In my experience, the one-offs are very cyclical. So they have their highs and lows. You can have a bunch of them, but like in general, it's unsteady income. So it does
Right.
have like these highs and lows. Like when I was getting Uber referrals off the app Lifestyle and Uber Eats referrals, like some months it'd be like $2,000-3,000. Other months it'd be like $500. So
Hmm.
it is a up and down component to it versus the steady ones. Good examples like TubeBuddy, a YouTube plugin as a
Hmm.
pretty decent affiliate program. That's something that as long as whoever is paying for it is using it, you're going to be getting paid a commission. That's just a lot more steady. And does it have those highs and lows? No, but that's kind of the beauty of it. So they both
Right.
have like their pros and cons. And I always would schedule things around the reoccurring one versus the more sporadic ones. I would either save that money or reinvest it in something else
Mm-hmm.
because I wouldn't plan anything too stable around it because
Mm.
it's capricious. It's
Right, right,
like
right.
it's like a girl in a middle school relationship.
Right.
Okay, so I would say the next thing is for people who are getting started in affiliate marketing. What are some good ways you would say that they can find affiliates in whatever niche that they're in?
Um, yeah. Again, start with what you just purchased last, right? The last product you bought, it arrived in the mail that you bought online. Wherever you bought it from, go check and see if they had an affiliate program. There's a good chance that they did or they do. And
Especially
specifically,
nowadays.
yeah, and specifically things that are relevant to whatever niche you're in online, right? So the niche that I settled on years ago was Squarespace, the Squarespace platform. And so I've essentially created my own affiliate network within that didn't exist. That I had to make it for myself in order to promote products within that niche. So start with what you use, and then what that's going to lead to is the things that you're going to use next. By default, you're going to double check to see if they have affiliate programs as well.
Right. Would you say that the Amazon affiliate program is a great place to start for most people, just as beginning?
Yeah, so it's funny because I had to when you sign up for Amazon affiliate program, you have like 180 days to make some type of commission, right?
Hmm.
And so years ago I signed up, the 180 days came and went. They closed my thing. They said, "Hey, sorry, you didn't make any money. We got to shut down your account. You got to sign up again." So I signed up again. Same thing. Signed up again, another 180 days. Meanwhile, I'm making affiliate commissions on, elsewhere, like by the thousands, but with Amazon, it's nothing. And so I only recently, like 2 months ago, made my first like dollar as an Amazon affiliate, right? And so that's with the experience, quote unquote, experience that I have or whatever.
Hmm.
But it also speaks to your niche. So my niche isn't products that you buy on Amazon, particularly. However, books are an easy like avenue into that.
Hmm.
Um, but so I think would I start with that? Yeah, I would still recommend starting with it because chances are, you've bought something on Amazon recently. But also keep in mind, like whatever your niche is going to be a stronger weight than Amazon, right? So like
Right.
if your niche has products on Amazon, then definitely. But if your niche is not Amazon relevant, like any of the type of products, then you want to focus on where your niche is.
Okay. Cool. Cool. So here's where we get to talk about what you brought up earlier, which is you had you did something pretty similar to what this YouTuber named Ryan Scribner did.
Hmm.
I'm sure you've heard of Webull, which is an investing app,
Yep.
and it has a pretty generous affiliate program of if someone signs up and deposits $100, you get X amount of stocks, and
Hmm.
these stocks can range from like a penny stock to like a stock of Apple. Pretty generous affiliate program. But Ryan Scribner was actually responsible for that getting rolled out to the public. He
Hmm.
actually approached, I don't remember if he approached them or they approached him, but someone did the approaching and said, hey, can we set up an affiliate program? And they set it up initially just for him, and things were running pretty smoothly. They decided to open it up to the general public.
Hmm.
It sounds like you had that experience a few times where you set something up with a company, affiliate program was created, and then boom. So, like, how did you manage to negotiate that for these companies to set up an affiliate program?
Yeah. So like let's say you've got a course, Elijah, and I've got an email list of business owners, entrepreneurs, or a subset of them who I know would want to buy your course, or I know would get a benefit from it, or I know if they checked it out, if 100 of them checked it out, I know at least one would be like, yeah, I want that. Um, and I looked at your website and I saw you didn't have any link to an affiliate program on there. Then I'll do a quick Google search just to make sure. But then I would send you an email and I would say, "Hey, Elijah, I've got an email list of people who I think might be interested in your course. Do you have an affiliate program so I can share it with them?" And as simple as that, like, you know, when I'm reaching out to people, those emails are really short, straight to the point, and simple. I don't oversell. Right? It's
Mhm.
straight facts. Like, this is what I have. I'm not promising any more than I have, and I'm not even making any promises. I'm just saying, here's something that I would like to do, and I just want to know if you have this type of program in place. And then you could reach back to me and say, yeah, here it is, or no, but someone else has asked about this recently. So, do you know how I could set that up? Right. And then I would respond, well, you might want to try this tool or this plugin or this software. And then you might say, well, how much should I give you as an affiliate? Right. And so it's a really open negotiation because there's incentive on both sides, right? Like, you're about to get a whole bunch of customers for no work, right? All you're doing is just
Right.
handing out you're just handing out links to people who say they're going to use them and send you customers, right? And me, I'm reaching for them links that I want to use and sell to customers. So um that negotiation is really simple, because you're not taking anything, you're not asking for anything other than to be of service, essentially. So that's how it will go.
Okay. It sounds pretty similar to the approach of acquiring like rental properties to do Airbnb or VRBO with. A
Hmm.
lot of people will give, let's say, an apartment complex a call and say, "Hey, do y'all do Airbnbs? Neither they do or they don't."
Yeah.
And if they do, um, to be honest, they usually charge a fee. Hopefully, they're not charging like a piece. Like a fee is like, "Hey, I want an extra $150 per month on rent."
Hmm.
A fee is like, I mean, a piece is like, "Hey, I want 5 or 10% of your earnings." I'm not about to do that. But very few people actually approach them with negotiation and leverage. So you might have an email list of 10,000 people, and these are an audience that's perfect for this person's type of products. So that
Hmm.
could actually be a good fit. And when you approach them about an affiliate program, they may be really open to it. Like in short-term rentals, you say, "I'm going to pick up apartment complex. I'm going to take 8 to 10 units off your hands, but I need to have the money to furnish the units. So I would like to have like a month's rent for free."
Hmm.
Y'all may go back and forth a little. Then y'all agree on terms, and then you get what you want. Maybe
Right.
like 10% of all people who do short-term rentals actually do that negotiation.
Mm. Yeah. See, hearing you say that now, it makes me think like, um, the apprehension people have is a lot of times it's not how simple we say it is, right? It's
Right.
having never gone through it from end to end and not knowing, like, all right, well, what if this something else happens that, like, I'm not expecting? Like, how do I respond to that? Or what if I pick up the phone and they like, yo, well, what are you saying? Your whole script falls apart. you know so hearing you, I'm thinking, probably in these scenarios, you might want to have someone like you who's done it a bunch of times, and it feels natural and easy to kind of coach you along and be your backup for anything that could come up, so you have that confidence to then make those calls.
Hmm.
Because you're right, like, when it comes to reaching out for anything, most people don't do it, and then most people then don't follow up. So anytime you reach out from a place of, like integrity,
Right.
and thinking with the other person's like best interest in mind, you stand out without a doubt completely every single time, because there's so much spam, there's so much like outreach that isn't like a person behind it. that when you do represent good enough, then it stands out and people respond. And they
Would you
respond happily too, because it's like a relief. Like, oh, thank you. Finally, a human is doing something.
would you say that being an active part of this person's audience in some form could definitely help the process? Let's say if you're following them on Twitter or their YouTube account, and they comment on their videos every now and then, say, "Hey, that's a great video. I found value when you drop this knowledge," or you do that for a few weeks, and then when you shoot this affiliate, and let's say they don't have a program,
Hmm.
but then you shoot this email maybe a month or two later, and they'll recognize you because you've been active in the community, you've been actively supporting them. They're going to be much more open to actually set something up with that, set something up like that with you, because at this point you're not just some random viewer. You're actually
Hmm.
someone who's engaging with the content and an active part of the community, and you're showing that you would like to help them, as well as obviously you'll get some out of it, but you're also looking to help them too because their sales are going to go up.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's it. It's how to win friends and influence people.
That's one of the books in one of my Airbnb units.
Yeah, it translates really well to the internet. It translates really well. And then because there's so few people who do it and do it well, that whenever you do embody that, and you're being just like true, it stands out. People recognize that. And I found that uh a lot of times when we have these type of apprehensions about maybe reaching out to somebody or something, it's really because we just have no idea what things are like from their perspective.
Right.
And I found that whenever I've either had that perspective already, it just makes communications a lot easier, right? So like, I also have an affiliate program where I have affiliates, right? So like, I'm on both sides of that same equation. So I know what it's like. I'm buyer and seller, right? It's a lot easier as a buyer when you know the motivations and interests of that seller, because you've been that seller, and so you can approach that seller from the way you like to be approached. And so there's like a more harmony in any type of outreach like that,
Right.
where
Right.
you've played the role, or you're familiar with it.
Right. I've also seen, like, have you ever had a situation where you become an affiliate for a company and the affiliate sales has been so good from you that they've actually opened up to doing like a sponsorship deal with you, whether it be on a video or on a
Hmm.
blog post or whatever? Has that ever
Yeah,
happened to you?
I've actually missed out on opportunities like that because I didn't care enough. Um, where they reach out, hey, we'll do it. Can we pay you to do a sponsored video? And I just didn't follow up because I didn't really want to do the spot. I didn't really want to do the video.
Mm.
Um, and I mean, obviously, I could have done it for money, but like, there's always that like, what would I have done anyway, kind of thing, versus like, okay, what would I do for money? And when the thing that I would do anyway gets me paid, then I'm in a good place. But the thing that I wouldn't do unless it was for money, then it doesn't put me in the best place, because then my motivation isn't intrinsic. My motivation is like external.
Okay.
Um, but anyway, to answer your question though, yeah, opportunities definitely open up like that. Because you go from being a stranger, right, who you've just taken their link to, you know, months from now or years from now, now you're a valued partner, right?
Right.
You might not have needed to have any communications in between, but at some point you've brought significant amount of sales where a conversation and like, seeing how we can do this better always comes up. um, you know, uh, I'm I'm an affiliate of so many different programs now that I consistently get emails from program managers with offers and incentives and like trainings and all type of stuff that I don't make use of, but it's there on the table,
Mhm.
to like, streamline, organize, and definitely make use of. I don't like to leave too much money on the table unnecessarily, so I will be returning for some of those sponsored posts and all of that.
Okay. Yeah, I don't blame you because one thing I've realized about affiliate marketing, it's part of a bigger system of just making money online if you let it be. I remember when I made a content about an investment app, and they had an affiliate program, so I did sign up for it, got some affiliate sales. Then they reached out, uh, basically wanted to set up a sponsored video campaign where I did a few videos for them on TikTok in
Mm-hmm.
exchange for a negotiated fee. So we talked, we worked that out, and that led to my first sponsorship ever. But it all
Mm-hmm.
came, affiliate marketing played a big role in just showing the value I could provide that company.
Mm-hmm.
So that's especially if you're going to be successful in affiliate marketing, you're going to have like content, blog posts or videos or whatever outlet you choose. So a lot of times this content can be a conduit into sponsorships too. So that's definitely something to think about, audience.
Yep.
Obviously, we're talking about affiliate marketing here, but affiliate marketing can also be used as a stepping stone, not only to make money, but to go off into sponsor content as well.
Yeah, it's a way to prove your, like you said, a way to prove your value without like starting with the results versus like just perception.
Right. Okay, so my audience would ban me from the internet if I didn't ask this question, so I got to hit you with it. But like affiliate marketing wise, like how much do you pull in on a monthly basis on average?
Good question. Between $3,000 and $5,000 a month on the affiliate side.
Cool, cool. Okay. And affiliate marketing is one of those situations where you can have like three affiliates or you can have like 100.
Mm-hmm.
Like what system do you find best to kind of I guess from an accounting perspective, keep track of all that money on a monthly basis? Like,
Yeah,
what's your means of doing that? Do you use like a Google spreadsheet or like what?
yeah, good question. So I only started doing this a couple months ago because I realized like my perceptions were off, right? Like if you're not managing what they say, what gets measured gets managed, and I wasn't measuring it properly because it, I'm, I have the list of like 150 affiliate programs, and it just seemed like, man, every month, like going through that to like log all of these things was just kind of seemed like overwhelming. So I didn't do it for a long, long time.
Hmm.
But now I keep track of it in a Google sheet, and it's actually not as cumbersome as I imagined because it's very, very rewarding to go through. So now every month, I go through all of the programs and I see what made what, and it orients me around. Okay, here's what I need to improve on, or this thing has a lot of potential. Maybe I need to put more energy behind it. Or here's an affiliate program that's making way more money than I even have thought it was. Like, why am I not paying attention to it? Why am I not creating more content for that particular brand or whatever? So I use a Google Sheet, and it's become a very rewarding process, and one that I'm excited, like one that I'm excited about. Where once upon a time I dreaded having to do that, but now it gets me motivated.
Hmm. Right. I can see the value in that because one of my freelance clients back in the day, he wanted me to start putting like affiliate links in this YouTube video. I was a YouTube manager for one of his channels,
Hmm.
so he gave me access to the document for all the affiliate links. And he has a blog, a YouTube channel, and a podcast. So he
Hmm.
has a bunch of content out there. This sheet was so long, had like kind of like similar to you, like 150 like different affiliates. I was
Hmm.
just like, holy crap. But then I thought about it, like, oh, he has all this in one place. Like, oh, that's pretty smart. So
Right.
I didn't have access to the document he was using to like count commissions and stuff. But I can only imagine he did have a document for that too.
Hmm.
So yeah, if you have a document, you can see like what programs are paying the most, and maybe you can you can kind of center your content around the higher paying affiliate programs.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can incorporate that feedback into your system.
Yeah. All of those strategic decisions come from that spreadsheet. It's funny because like in the corporate world is kind of like you kind of make fun of just spreadsheets as being and reports as being like this tedious thing or whatever. But man, do I love me a good report. I love I love a good spreadsheet. I might have to change. Oh, there we go. I love a report. I love a good spreadsheet because it gives me information that I need to make strategic decisions. So in the beginning of my career, where I couldn't really see it from the perspective of the executives and like why am I giving them these daily reports or whatever? Now, if I don't have a daily report for myself, then that means that we're kind of just wandering in the ocean, right?
Right.
Those spreadsheets, that report, that's my monthly map, that's my daily map that lets me know, like, all right, where are we staring today? Like, okay, today we're gonna have to go this way because there's a trend coming and we got to meet it. So yeah, those things are incredibly valuable.
Right. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna start wrapping up in a few minutes. But I always like to ask like, what is the full time potential of the topic we're talking about? So like, some people want to remove the word side away from side hustler, just become like a hustler, do it like full time. So like, in your opinion, like, what's the full time potential of someone who really wants to do affiliate marketing full time? I know the answer, but I'm still gonna ask that question.
Yeah, so it's not something that you jump into tomorrow and replace your income. Um, Affiliate marketing is side income. I treated it like side income for a long time. To now, I've only just recently started to treat it like, all right, in order to double this or triple this, I have to now start treating it like main income, or give it that attention as my primary source of income. So, initially, because of the kind of a trickle in effect of how it comes in order to get consistent, like you want to get consistent first, and so like you said, like, well, 1.5 part of your income, or
Yeah,
to make it,
1.5 to two
yeah.
times. Yeah.
Right. And then you can transition. So because I've kind of stacked my income sources, affiliate marketing is just a part of the stack that now I reached a point with it where I can like just grow it and scale it up by just being systematic and strategic about all of my affiliate activities. Where up until recently, it was just sporadic. It was like, I'm an affiliate junkie. I'm signing up for programs. I'm doing videos here and there, like da 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 da. I'm kind of like running through a field, like just throwing seeds, and then now I'm going back through that same field and I'm farming it. Now I'm actually like,
Mhm.
rotating content crops. And excuse the farming metaphor. I'm not a farmer, but I, you know,
Everyone's familiar with farming, so it works.
yeah, I can't stop thinking about the content as seeds, and so now,
Or you could think of the content as your employees too, except for they're working 24/7.
yeah, that too. But I'm not trying to slave up my employees like that. I'll let nature do the do the manifesting. But yeah, employees, content is working for me. So anyway, yeah, that what I just said.
Right. Okay. Okay. Cool. So since we're wrapping up, if you want to tell the audience like more about not just affiliate marketing, but like your main business, like Squarespace themes, I believe,
Mhm.
like .com. Like,
Yeah.
feel free to tell us a little bit about that, because some of the audience might be interested in checking that out.
Sure, yeah. So Squarespace is a popular website builder, and we provide plugins, we provide templates, we provide other integrations specific to the Squarespace platform at sqspthemes.com. I'm also the founder of the Digital Alchemy Lab, which is a membership community for freelancers or creatives who want to make this transition into turning problems into assets and making passive income online by leveraging what you're already doing. So you can always follow up with me, omariharebin.com. It's got the links to all the stuff that I do online. So yeah, that's where you can find me.
Cool, cool. We'll be sure to leave links to that in the show notes. And I was going to ask for people who want more of you, where can they find you? But it sounds like that's a good central place for
Yeah.
people to follow you on all your social media. So Instagram, YouTube, all that good stuff.
I'm most active on YouTube for type of stuff that we're talking about here.
Hmm.
That's the best place. That's kind of like what I'm focused on as my content hub moving forward is YouTube.
Okay. And I always hit my guests with this question as the last question. But do you have any questions you want to ask me? Doesn't have to be about the topic, but just like anything.
Yeah, so I mean, you got a handful of channels, right? Right now I'm diversifying my content, and I'm deciding, I'm making a conscious decision to keep it under one channel, even though that goes against a lot of people's channel advice or whatever. How how do you find it, like, managing multiple channels? Like, do you have like a content calendar for these things? Like, at what point did you like branch off from one channel to multiple channels, and would you just go back to one channel? That's a lot, but that's the question.
Interesting. So, good question. So, my first channel was the app lifestyle. That's why I talked about Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, that kind of stuff. And initially, I had a plan to go into the personal finance niche and just kind of use like that as a conduit to get there. So, I did make some personal finance content on the app lifestyle, but the audience didn't respond to it the same way because it's not what they signed up for. Like, I
Mhm.
subscribed, for Uber content, Lyft content, Uber Eats content. So what I decided to do, because I binge watch YouTube, like I binge watch like Netflix or anything, and
Mhm.
even as a viewer, I kind of get annoyed if a channel was like doing a whole bunch of stuff, and I see their stuff come across my timeline. I'm only clicking on like the topic that I subscribe for. So I respected, like, the audience didn't say like, "Hey, make another channel." I just kind of respected their wishes to say, I'm gonna put this on another channel. So I started a financial anatomy, and I got that monetized. And I had a pretty similar experience where I was making long form content as far as like what we're doing the podcast right now. I
Mhm.
had like maybe 2 or 3 episodes. Not It's not in the form it is right now, but they were live streams on that
Right.
channel, and they did okay. But then I felt like, you know what, I should put this on a separate channel too. So I made this channel. This channel is not monetized yet on YouTube, but it's
Mhm.
going to be later. But I noticed that when I'm every time I make another channel, the revenue for that channel is higher than it would be if I put it on one channel
Mhm.
because the audience is expecting that particular type of content. In fact,
Mhm.
Financial Anatomy literally grew to be 5 times bigger than the app lifestyle.
Mhm.
So, and also the sponsorships that I was talking about, they wouldn't have happened if I had it all on one channel because it confuses brands. Like, oh, well, if I sponsor a video, your numbers are going to be diluted. And how do I know if I'm going to get this return?
Mhm.
They can kind of speculate based on what your channel is already doing, this upward trajectory. Like,
Mhm.
okay, so we see that they're doing this, 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 and this. So we'll worst case scenario, we're probably going to get this. I can live with that. Let's reach out to them for a sponsorship.
Mhm.
That wouldn't happen on one channel because all this stuff is all jumbled. So
Mhm.
having multiple brands has multiple monetization opportunities, and it gives the audience what they want, regardless of what that audience is. So on the app
Mhm.
lifestyle is gig workers making money online. Financial anatomy is investment advice and personal finance, and the side hustle society is for ways of making more money.
Mhm.
Different audiences, even though there's some crossover in to some degree, they overall are different audiences. So I wouldn't go back to one channel because I'd be abandoning those monetization opportunities, and it's not what the audience wants. And also, in YouTube, they're different. You get paid differently based on your niche.
Right.
So the Uber and Lyft stuff pays less than the financial advice stuff and
Right.
making money
Right.
stuff. But if they're all on one channel, you
Mhm.
confuse YouTube as far as like what ads are going to come on your videos.
Right. Probably get an average.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. That's what I thought. And this is gonna be interesting because having been on YouTube since like 2005, um, I'm going again. I think I'm gonna go against the grain and do the wrong thing. Um,
Well, another thing is, um, you have multiple things going on outside of YouTube, though. YouTube
yeah.
is just a vessel for you. Some people, YouTube is going to be their whole career.
Hmm.
So, like, if you have everything on your channel, it's more convenient. It helps you save time. And let's just say the videos are just meant to provide leads for your business, nothing else. I would put
Yeah.
it all on one channel.
Right. Right. Yeah. I mean, I have a separate channel for my Squarespace themes business, which, so that that could, be by itself or whatever. But I'm like, man, it's I know that they're like recent type of bloggers who blog under their personal name because it gives them some freedom and flexibility with like pivoting and so on. While without letting go of any brand equity that they've created in their personal brand. So I'm thinking about it from the personal brand side of like, listen, this is for people who mess with me,
Right.
across the entire lifestyle spectrum. So that's kind of the strategy or whatever the thought set that I'm thinking through is like, and the reason why, and so like with the app lifestyle, do you still create content for that channel?
Yeah. It's mainly I pivoted it from gig work to making
Uh-huh.
money online because I don't
Okay.
drive that much for the gig work anymore.
Right.
Yeah, but yeah, basically make content over there about how to make money online, and it's also kind of like a funnel for like
Right.
anything I have in affiliate marketing wise.
Word. That's cool, man. I like how you have, I like your system. I can't imagine what your dashboard looks like, but I'm sure it's pretty intense.
Right, right. Yeah. Oh, I also didn't answer your other question, like how does the schedule work?
Yeah.
So now I'm not saying I'm always faithful to it, but I'm working on it.
Mhm.
But the idea is to do the podcast at least once to twice a week.
Mhm.
And the beautiful thing about the podcast is there are several clips that I can get out of one episode. So even
Right.
if I can't do the podcast, I could put a clip out of an episode. So it makes it easy to produce one clip or one content per week.
Yeah.
For financial anatomy, aims to do 2 videos per week, and
Mhm.
the app lifestyle 1 video per week. And doing all that at once would be crazy. I do what's known as batch recording. So in the
Mhm.
morning, I'll sit down. I have my scripts already written.
Mhm.
I'll sit down, make a video, make the footage for the video, then move on to the next one, make the footage for another video, then repeat that for like an hour or two. And
Mhm.
then later I'll do all the editing at once. So it's not like I record the footage and then I edit it and then I
Yeah.
upload it. Now I do everything in phases based on like what I'm doing. So it's
Mhm.
more efficient and it's just more streamlined.
Yeah. Word. Word, man. Well, I'm right behind you in that.
Right. But with that being said, we'll go ahead and conclude this episode of the Side Hustler Society podcast, everyone. If you enjoyed this episode and you're watching on YouTube, please give us a thumbs up. Really helps with the YouTube algorithm. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. And if you're listening to us on the go, if you could drop a review on the show, it's greatly appreciated. Let us know what we can be doing. Be sure to check Omari out and his different links that we're leaving in the description because he's got a lot of knowledge, as you can see, when it comes to affiliate marketing and also some value that he can give in other areas. With that being said, we'll catch y'all in the next video or next episode, rather. Peace out.
This episode may be over, but your hustling journey has just started. Visit thesidehustlesociety.com to access all links and resources mentioned in the show that will help you on your hustler's journey.